OCBC, UOB, DBS. Chances are you'll have an account in one of these local banks. But are they one bank too many? One person thinks so, Minister Mentor Lee Kuan Yew.
I would have preferred, personally, that there be only 2 banks, because I don't think Singapore is big enough for 3 banks. But neither OCBC nor UOB were willing to combine or be taken over by DBS. So we've left it. But I think in the end, there must be further consolidation. You can't go abroad, and finally you've got to go abroad in a big way, because there's a limit to what you can do in a Singapore market. And you need a big, solid bank with capabilities and the capital to debt ratio to go abroad. We are only in Indonesia in a small way, Malaysia a small way, Thailand almost nothing. But the big future is in China and in India. And I don't see three banks as capable of making that foray as 2 banks. And maybe eventually 1 bank.
Minister Mentor Lee was speaking at the annual dinner of the Association of Banks in Singapore. 600 members of the banking and financial community were at the dinner to hear Lee's views on the economy of the day. The ever-popular topic of property prices was once again brought up.
Minister Mentor, closer to home, how worried are you about property prices in Singapore? Are we seeing an asset bubble in your opinion?
This bubble is part of the total liquidity in the whole world system. If you look at the interest rates around the world, very low. So even if we cap our access, people from Hong Kong, Indonesia, and elsewhere say, look, compared to what I have to pay, Singapore is cheap, let's buy it. And apart from landed properties, they can buy into any condos. So there's a limit to what you can put a cap on. At the same time, we are convinced that the residential property, not the office properties, there's a real underlying demand. So it's probably not a bubble yet. But anyway, we are taking steps to make sure it doesn't go to excesses. We have had several previous experiences. So more land is being released for buildings that will dampen the enthusiasm of everybody rushing for the latest release. And we have told the banks to be more prudent and have a higher down payment.
Having shaped the financial industry with the late Dr. Goh Keng Swee, how does rate his contribution towards Singapore's financial landscape?
Well, you know, the Singapore government always takes a very conservative view when it rates itself. If we're going to make 9%, we'd rather make 7 and put out 7 than clear the hurdle and make 8 or 9. When you say, I'm going to make 10 and you can't make 7 or 8, then you lose credibility. And if you ask me, how would I rate myself? I would say A minus. We could do better.
Check out our News Squared clips for the full dialogue session with Minister Mentor Lee Kuan Yew.